interviewing you. I'm glad that you gave me your time and energy, which I feel like is money.
I know. Appreciate your time.
I'm appreciative that I'm able to have this experience to understand and develop a social equity or build a relationship with people that I don't know, and be amused with the commonness between me and you, which makes me more comfortable to share with other people, build relationships, and do more out of my comfort zone.
Thanks.
Which I feel like is all a symbol of freedom, willingness, and I don't know, like new skin. Like it really is new skin. I feel like a lot of times I was a product of the environment.
You know what I think is though? Recently we should get like some logo change.
Hey.
You know what I mean?
Oh, it's on the way. That tea's good.
Yeah,
Y'all gotta vibe out
I
with
left my
this.
cup. She take my cup. She threw my cup away.
Probably did do the Snoopy one.
Left
Y'all
it in
keep the
bar.
Snoopy cup. This Snoopy.
Probably did do the Snoopy one. But yeah, like
Social equity, I like that.
I just wanna continue to grow as a person, continue to grow my community, continue to shed a blinding light on what Baltimore really has to offer. The ingredients of what Baltimore is and what it means to really be for Baltimore.
Baltimore has a lot of ingredients that isn't or hasn't been shown. Like, I know everybody's seen The Lion King, you know what I mean? Like back in the day with Mufasa, or somebody asked Mufasa, what's the area over there? What's over there? So I feel that's what Baltimore had. And right now the light's finally getting shown, and people are starting to realize that it's not just the wire, it's not just that negative connotation. You know, I mean, of course we have the highest, whatever, homicide, murder rate, but it's just because the city's so small. Like, the city's like a pocket. Like, of course New York's like after that. Of course Chicago, yeah, they close, but you know, there's only certain areas like that in Chicago that do have that violence. You know, but Baltimore is just, it's one big ass neighborhood. Like, everything runs parallel. Every block's, you know, it's some areas are nicer than others, but you can go 2 blocks that way and still be back in the trenches.
Yeah.
And that applies to every neighborhood, every block that's in Baltimore. So
I feel like the city is so small, and within a certain demographic, we have so many issues that stress us out, overwhelm us, give us PTSD, limited resources, a lot of suppressed in oppression from bigger entities and systems, but suppression from your peer to, I don't want to see change, I don't want to know change, and if you represent change, I'm going to try you. I'm going to buck against that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a see if that's really what you mean, or I don't understand it, so I don't want it near me. I don't know how to interact or engage that. I don't want my imperfections to be constantly shown to me by me allowing you to be free.
well, the biggest thing I figured out at a young age is like being weird or not understood, as far as like knowing that you see things different, gets shunned so quick in Baltimore. It's just okay, that's weird, that's different.
Yeah.
Like, we know this and that's it. Like, it should be like this, but you over there doing that.
I mean, they making. I feel like now the way the culture is going, they making being weird is now cool now a little bit. Not then it wasn't. You know what I'm saying?
Weird?
Well, weird meaning like I guess.
Knowing and learning other like learning other things and
What
wanting to
really
understand.
what do we call weird? You know what I mean? Because then sometimes I know.
What is your definition of weird? What do you mean? What's your definition of weird?
I mean, for me, I've been just kind of piggyback. I was part of another kind of a movement with some good friends of mine, the Costa Sear, great artists in the city. He started a clique called Weirdos, and it was a handshake, and we threw the dubs up, and it was more of just like how Zoe represents with Flashmobb. He kind of had the same, if not the same, kind of the same idea of like the meaning of it. You know what I mean? So weirdos meaning like embrace who you are. If you want to come out the house looking however you want, you know what I'm saying? Whatever music, whatever art you want to do, don't be scared to do it. Be a weirdo. Weirdos. You know what I'm saying? And so that's a movement I've been a part of in my earlier 20s, and so again for me, weird. That's my definition of weird. Is really just when people look at it, don't seem like it's normal. Well, what's normal to me might not be normal to that person, but I just feel like, oh, why are you doing it that way? That's weird. You know what I'm saying? And really, it's just like, well, my way, I don't look at it if it's weird because it works for me. So
to kind of piggyback on what Rio was saying, like weird is like, I want to say 80%. I mean, it's a number that I'm just throwing out. 70-80%. I feel like people in this world don't do things because it's not what they see on social media. It's not what they see on TV. It's not what they see. So, you wake up, you might want to do this because that's how you feel. But because you haven't seen it and it's not done before, it's considered weird. Yeah. But that's how you become a trendsetter. That's how you create a wave, or however you want to verbalize the situation. But I mean, it's just how you feel, and a lot of people are scared to be outside of the norm. And
so you're talking to somebody exclusively right now, so I want to make sure that you're talking to them and making sure that they understand how to be comfortable. Because like that weird word is a weird word. It makes people feel like uncomfortable naturally to be called that versus the understanding of me wanting to changing the words like Scrabble, like, all right, you said I was weird, but by definition, I'm exactly that. I don't want to do anything in a rhythmic way. I don't want to do anything that doesn't express, that suppresses my freedom or my expression. No, I don't want to do the same thing. No, I'm not the same person. None of us are.
I remember back in 2005, I came back from when I was on that tour. I came back from the tour and everybody was still wearing 5X tall tees and capris, and I was wearing shirts that fit and like just pants that were just on my waist with a belt, and I was weird, but they fit the mold because I was different and I was weird. But since I set out and looked different or weird, whatever you want to categorize it as that, I got a lot more attention, and that's kind of the whole point of being different. You don't want to be like everyone. You don't want to be a dial tone. You don't want to, wake up and put on the same shoes. Like, put on the same shoes. Like, how you feel is how you feel. Like, you want to do what you want to do what you do. Because I mean, progression is always being different. You want to create your own, and I think that's why. Well, I know that's why. You have your greats. You have your Michael Jacksons wearing a bunch of zippers. You have your Eddie Murphy's wearing a whole red leather suit.
And he stays from the, what I mean?
Doing comedy. You know what I mean? You have your just different elements. You know what I mean? Pharrell wearing a pink polos. You know what I mean? You have Kanye West not wearing his jersey backwards. He want to wear polo shirts with a collar popped and a Louis Vuitton bag.
Extra steam collar.
Yeah, extra steam.
Extra steam. He's wearing two polo shirts too. Like,
yeah, two of them.
I'm not wearing no jersey backwards. I'm still Rock Nation. Like, he didn't care.
Yeah.
And just don't be afraid to push the envelope. Don't be afraid to be you. I mean, Wayne still says it, do you.
That's what I feel like. That's what made Kanye, because he was consistently pushing the envelope, consistently trying something, consistently had something to say, consistently would do something. You would always see him, and I'm always displaying who I am. Always. And the more that you see me, you can either choose to get comfortable or move to the left and avoid me. Right. Either way, I'm not gonna turn down my light. I'm not gonna beat my drum less. I'm not gonna turn the noise down. Like, no, like either you jam because my volume is up high, or put your earbuds in, or be like, oh, I'm gonna just go head to the other side of town. But most importantly, I feel like everything that you see visually right now him, me, him, inward, outward expression of who we are.
Yeah.
And the reality of everybody here looks different, but we're on the same accord. We want more for our city. We want more for ourselves. We want to continue to be free and be able to express ourselves and create loving and caring environments around us on a continuous basis. Yes, we are from Baltimore City, but there's more to the story.
Yeah, I mean that's I like how you put that. Self-expression is very important. And like never feel uncomfortable doing what you do. Never feel uncomfortable trying to display however you want to pursue your career, whether it's cooking food, whether it's, however you want to do it. Just, you never shy away.
Do it.
Just do it,
You gotta roll through.
It's like taking something that meant, like you said, going back on the weird words and saying the word weird, taking that word and making it something, make it bigger than what it stood for, and then change it. Like it's like, think about the N-word. It came back from slavery, but now we embrace it sometimes, and if we're not using it in a negative manner, like, we took it and made it a beautiful thing in our culture. But just like not even that word, just this in itself, just really taking who you are as an individual and just really standing for what you want to do in your life. And even me being, getting older and still just trying to find my way, you're still gonna figure out, all right, I'm living, but what am I living about? What am I living for? What is my next move? What am I trying to do? And all these things go through your mind as you get older, but then at the end of the day, you just gotta say, all right, I might not be completely happy where I'm at, but like I'm not where I was. So let me just embrace this moment right here. And that's the present, and that's the gift that we have.
Yep, to be present in the moment. Sometimes you do get overwhelmed, and I understand being overwhelmed, but I feel like a high spirit and a clear mind and optimism allows you to keep the fire burning for you to be present when things go over.
Being optimistic. Always be optimistic.
And I always preach that on every level. Like I've learned that and I've seen that, and that's why I continuously pump it. Like you can take my body, like you might take my house, or you might take my car, or I might not have anything to wear on a consistent basis. But as long as I stay sharp here, and I navigate here and always stay in control here, sky's the limit. Once you take this, I feel like it's kind of over.
Yeah, that other stuff, man.
I mean, being optimistic and being just understanding like your self-worth, like it's whatever. Tomorrow's not promised. You don't know. You could wake up and stand up and die. Like I actually heard that's a real thing. People just stand up and just fall out. And like actually piggybacking off that too. I keep saying that, but Biggie, I'm a fat nigga. I'm gonna take. You know what I mean? Like I didn't care. Like,
yeah.
That was weird, but he ran with it and killed it. Like, just be you. Like, what?
Yep. To be you is all you can be, and I feel like you seeing us and people continuing to invest in what it is that I'm doing today and closing 2018 out with doing, or go and invest in his DJing, invest in him posting. For us to continue to do what we're doing, for you to be able to see us moving and growing and learning and sharing is a thing in itself, because as long as I'm free, I'm good. When I'm suppressed, well, I've learned that too. Like when I was in situations that boxed me up, I reacted and behaved that way. I was snappy. I was almost like something that's been in the cage for too many hours.
Yeah.
And if you keep banging on the cage and you're not gonna let me out, it's like, all right, now you're gonna get bit as soon as you let me out, because you've been playing. Like I need to leave. I need to be free. I need to. Don't treat me in this type of way, or either I don't truly want to be confined or suppressed. I thought you looked like me. I thought we was the same age. I thought we went to the same school. Like, why am I being taunted? Why am I being why am I a punching bag? Why is it not like, oh, we live right next door to each other, all right, let's play the game?
Yeah.
Or matter of fact, we was just talking about Baltimore great times. Like, if I didn't have a game system, I can count on when I go over somebody's house, they got it, or either I'm going over somebody else's house for the summer. So it's like, I really don't understand that we don't have, or we really don't have luxuries because in some way, either whether it be the universe or some we know shit now, or either the parent or the guardian figured out how to make sure that you didn't really have to deal with what you not supposed to know about yet. Like, we don't really have what we need. We just covering the basics. You want that Genesis, you want that PlayStation, you want them felines and shit. I can't get it, but I know your aunt bought that shit for your cousin, so that's where you're going for something.
Right. So let me ask you this: who's the most outlandish artist you ever witnessed? Like,
or don't
like,
make it
damn, that was
that
wild.
broad.
Like, that was big wild. Like, why would they do that? Who's the most outlandish artist you ever witnessed? Like, just like she was playing Adele. Like that was funny. That's why I looked over Adele.
I love Adele. All right, let's do whatever the fuck comes to our mind. We'll be on this shit all day. I had something to say, but I'm gonna go ahead and say what the fuck is coming on my mind. Method Man. Like, I'm a big music head. I'm a big, like, the For Real Foundation head. Like, in the video that come to my mind is when they on the bus and shit. When they all on the bus and they like wilding, like
y'all some big wild shit. Why ain't my
like yo, like they was on the bus,
shit,
grungy,
ghost
going off on the bus. I was like, this is a bus I don't want to get on. They super wild on the bus, shoving each other, yelling. And
Rev got mad. He got big mad.
What the fuck was that song?
Y'all been mad. Now you talking the train? The train?
It was like they was on a bus. I think the video was like black and white or something. They was on the bus.
Not M-A-T-O.
It might.
And hey, you. I don't think it was that one.
But this Method Man, like that period and how they was like just going in, like the raw hip hop, like even Does Effects, like I was like, yo, like these people, they mirror what I see in my environment, but to see them on the screen, it's like, all right, maybe I could be comfortable.
ODB.
True. That's an embodiment of everything that we've been talking about. Being who you are, regardless of anything. And I feel like that's what you're supposed to be as a human being.
Yeah.
Your natural self all the fucking time. And whoever rocked with them, they got in line. Whoever didn't, you stayed away.
What was that shit called? Brooklyn. I forget the name. Brooklyn Zoo, yeah.
And the beats. Unknowingly, like yo, like they had like cinema in it, and like a whole like symphony, a whole orchestra, like. Yeah. It was a whole thing going on in hip hop that people
read that book, The Tao Wu. I read that book. The 7 Principles in there. I mean, I'm not Muslim or anything, but it spoke volume. Like,
enrich yourself. Fuck that.
Yeah.
It was a lot. Like I'm definitely Christian Baptist. I was raised in the church, but like I always read about Buddhism. I read about the Muslims. Like it's principles out there, different guidelines that people live by, and it's strong. It's always good to learn about different practices. I'm not saying sway away, but always learn. Structure yourself.
I feel like you a lot of times we try to like tread lightly or not try to sway, but everything for a reason. And what I've been learning now that I'm open myself up for information to flow in, because I guess when I talk I like to like break shit down, because I know like people are watching and I want you to be impacted by what I'm saying. And a lot of times if you use a lot of words or you breeze right through it, and if I don't catch it, I'm just like, it's cool. If I don't catch the shit and it just keeps going, I just sunk back and I'm just separated from that type shit. So when I say like I'm open now for information to come in, I'm not like this.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm hello, how are you? I'm welcoming information and things to expose me and make experiences from. So when I lost my thought, but when I said that, shit, but no, like that, like I'm open now. So now I really understand that me being open is gonna allow so much of life to come into me. Like being like this, it's gonna have to fight, pull, yank, scratch, get exhausted to even come in. Like in reality, what should have to do that really wants to be with you and for you? Like that's just too much. But I had to go through this and have things not want to come in, things reject me, things assume, But I feel like all of those things are experiences for you to be like, all right, I really wanted to talk to that person.
So
I really could have benefited from what it's a tangent in.
What experience was like the biggest wild one? I don't know why I'm flipping this. I'm sorry.
No. I'm dying to be fucking interviewed at some point. So
like,
please.
Like, yeah, it was like one of the wildest experiences. Like, damn, like I kind of locked out. Like, I know I had a couple.
I was just, to go down and then come back, I'll do that. I was just telling them about. Oh shit.
Man, it was mine. I got a couple of them.
Nah,
I really just locked out.
Yeah.
Didn't really pay attention until people like,
I was telling them about my experience currently, well, not so much currently enough, of when I approach Up and Bound. Like people know me for doing the youth mentorship shit, but I approach Up and Bound like, yo, let's a partner. Let me take care of the younger kids before they get to the 9th grade starting process of Up and Bound. Kind of get them ready and prepare them and get them emotionally ready for the experience that they about to take on. Like they got to step into for Up and Bound because it's college level preparatory stuff and new people, new environments, expectations, no more playing, no more like lackadaisy shit. That's what they on. And you coming straight out of the 8th grade, you kind of like in that rite of passage, just trying to transition, not really knowing what the fuck and all that type of stuff. And you might mess over Up and Bound and get put out and can't come back. Like how I kind of was when I was there. Like they was like, you got to get the fuck all the way out. Like not come back at all. We over you. Like you're too fucking much. And I get it, but even then, nobody had the know-how to be like, it's not. She's bringing her experience. It's not truly her. Like she got shit going on. That's why she behaving like this. Because we're offering her something so good and we explaining it to death to her, she's blocking the shit out. It's not that she's present to hear me because I'm talking to her to death, but she's not applying that shit for some reason, so it's a barrier. It's not on purpose that she's messing this opportunity over. She just got so much fucking unpacking to do. Type shit. So I wanted to be the person to do the unpacking for the ones that's coming into Up and Bound, and they kind of was like, nah, ha 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 ha. We remember when you was in this bitch giving us a fucking headache, and we ain't forgot. So they kind of like, get the fuck out of here. Because they saw me today as the person from them. So it's almost like that stain didn't come the fuck out. Because I was sitting in front of the same people that was like trying to tell me, and it's like, okay, we hear you all grown up now, but we don't believe that shit.
Right.
I don't know, like, I feel like I don't even want to get into like, it was me. Because I was, sometimes naturally, you'd be like, maybe they saw it because I ain't really smile, or I still had the same disposition, so they thought that I was.
Oh, we all go through that.
No.
We all go through that. Yeah.
Like, no, because I feel like I won't even beat myself up on that shit. Because if I had the courage to come back and say that, yo, I remember what went wrong with me, can I prepare them so they won't fuck the opportunity over and you'll have a greater retention because you won't even have to worry about this shit. Or you gotta catch us mid-program that, does the improvement, like how radio or A&R used to do. For the two, I guess, unruly artists, they gotta go through etiquette classes and shit. This whole little package for probationary period.
Right.
Let me be that program to do that shit because I remember that I fucked this over and I took so much time away from myself by being that person. So it was like, for me to say all of that and even come down there, you heard the maturity and the change in me. So you chose to see the old motherfucker that I was, not the current person. So that's what I'm saying. Like I ain't even gonna beat myself up, but that, like I really wanted it. Like I really wanted to. I don't know. Like I really wanted it for the young people, and I wanted it for my old self. Like yo, like I paid it forward.
Right.
I learned from my mistakes, type shit or whatever, and it like.
So that progression.
Like it hurt me a little bit. Like damn, like you really was fucking, like you really saw, like I'm a whole ass adult now. Like you really like.
Right.
But it was like, and it kind of like it shrunk me because it made me feel like I was still that same 8th grader or 9th grader
that
they was talking to today, type shit.
So like you feel your locker code back in middle school, like oh shit, man, where's my help at?
But that's how
how
people do. So it's almost like it had to happen for me to gain what I needed to gain from it. Where I split it up of everything I just said, and then some people ain't moved forward either. Like you've moved forward, but they have not. let them be them. Let them have the loss, and maybe like other people was telling me, like you supposed to be them. You're not supposed to work with them, because sometimes that's what it's supposed to be. Like the people that you think you're supposed to go back and work with and shit. No, you're supposed to be surpassing them.
That was some fucking knowledge right there, for real. That was some real shit.
So it hurt because the universe ain't gonna be like blah 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 blah. It's gonna be like, bop, we dropped you in that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Figure it out.
You thought that you wanted to be with them, but no, we preparing you to supersede that shit.
Big fact.
Now stay in your feelings or learn from that shit and be like, that's fine, you'll see me.
Like that.
And I hope that I'm still working on that shit. I'm open years later when you're like, yo, I should have took you seriously. You gonna come on that to not still hold that shit against you and basically reflect the same shit that you just did to me.
I got a couple I can't touch on. Like, I don't want to say like names and all that, but a couple of things just happened, and it takes a while for you to like really step back and pay attention. Like the light can get dim for a while, and that's on purpose. Like that's just life shit. Like you know why, and just like certain higher powers they speak to you. Like, I don't know, it's not really religious, but like I am religious. Like I will say, hey, listen, and you can be stubborn, you can be hot-headed, you can be whatever. You got a lot of air in your chest, and like things happen. And I got slapped in the back of my neck a couple times, and I had to figure it out. Like, damn, wait a minute, you should have done that. And it wasn't just because I was feeling myself like nothing like that, but you got to pay attention when signs are present. Like signs are definitely present, right? And it happens whether you go to the grocery store, whether you at your parents' house just chilling, and you get a random email or something. You just focus on just the great signs, the greater good. And I think the last big one I had was I got an opportunity with the studio out on the West Coast. They offered me a good job. It was 3 weeks, unpaid, but it was like trying to level up everything. And I could have probably made a lot happen, but I turned it down. And I didn't talk to my mentor for 2 years. Damn. Wow, he stopped talking to me after that because I turned the job down. But, things like that happen.
Was it like he set you up for that, and you like
put me on.
Whatever?
Nah, I can't do it. Just because it wasn't money. And like, it's not always about money. And that was prevalent. He made that clear. I haven't talked to the fool for 3 years. He was hitting me up last week, matter of fact. I was like, man, this is weird. Yeah. Same text message 3 years ago. We're gonna talk top of the year. Next year, man. But you never know. Like, you can't just shun things out because you're feeling yourself, or you feel you got a little whatever happening or something like that, or you want a couple dollars in your pocket. That's nothing. Like you can always make money back. Or, I always pride myself on that. It's not about money. If you lose yourself, you focus on money.
Sure. Opportunity comes in every form.
Oh yeah. Another big mentor told me, always notice your Achilles. It's Jim. Always notice your Achilles. Whatever your weakness is, notify it first before you step out there. Mm-hmm. So if you know what hurts you, make sure you know ahead of time, because when you do start rising up, you know where to chill out at.
So know yourself. Know yourself before you fully go dive off a cliff. Like really know if you can fly.
Absolutely, I mean, 'cause you already know, like you've seen the greats fall because they had things that they didn't know, like they didn't have shit before, and they got on, and they have that shit.
It's like not letting your happenings change your happiness.
Say it again.
Never let your happenings change your happiness.
Speak it up.
Say it again.
I leave. Cause you never know, man. Cause you got it. Like say you got that one. You had them, like you had have those 1,000 no's. And whatever knows that whatever you're doing, but that's your happiness right there. So you gonna let that take away. I'm gonna still be happy because I know that one day one of these no's or that door right there is gonna be a yes. You know what I'm saying?
Stay hungry for that yes.
Yeah. So
it's always there. Just
that no is a stomach ache. I know. It's a fucking cramp. That no. But like I was saying, like you gotta be open and available for life to happen and know that life happens for you. Not to you. And if you're able to grow your emotional intelligence when you understand when it's time to be rational and when it's time to be in my feelings and how to separate them too, you'll be able to have a better game plan for life's uncertainty. And life is wild. You're not going to know what tomorrow is. But being prepared today, whether it be, all right, my day's coming to a close, it probably went whatever way it went. All right, if I get enough sleep or if I wake up with intention. Like, all right, today the studio didn't go well. I wasn't on time. People was fucking off and not,
Right.
So tomorrow I need to be on time. I need to probably have what I want to get done written down. I need to touch bases with niggas tonight and be like, yo, are we gonna mix and master or we gonna record? What's up? Like, I need to have tomorrow more organized so I won't repeat the pattern and bother myself. And sometimes when you bother yourself to death, you kind of like get into a spot of like, man, fuck that shit altogether.
Mm-hmm. A big thing I always said was to always be perfect, and that's tough.
Always.
There's no such thing as perfect. Right. But I always, like, when I left anybody, like, from the studio or whatever, we step out, piece up, that, like, it'll be perfect. There's no such thing, but it means perfect. Like, try to, like, just fix whatever the fuck happened, because you can't correct what already happened, but tomorrow could always be better than what it was yesterday. And it's not, I'm not really like playing on words, but it's just a mental thing that we all need to aspire to. Like, fuck, I fuck them all day. I fuck up putting on damn wrong shoes sometimes. You never know. You wake up and you don't know what the hell's going on. But be perfect, because you got to make decisions, because it's only today. You can't plan. You can always plan for tomorrow, but you're wasting energy on that. Don't waste energy on tomorrow. You gotta fix what's happening today, so just be perfect. That's the only thing I would say, and that was it.
I think another thing when I was really deep into the church, my teenage years, one thing I learned a lot about mentors. I think we all blessed enough to have mentors in our lives and show us stuff and instill the things in us that sometimes might not be. Like when you plant a seed, sometimes I realized the seeds that were planted when I was younger are now starting to sprout. In certain situations, water more, and then now it's starting to sprout. So I realize now the little things I used to really just pray about or discuss about is even I might not say it every day now, but subconsciously it's still there. I used to say, like, I know every year, New Year, I'm gonna be better than I was last year. But I used to pray, Lord, make me better than I was yesterday. Because maybe yesterday I might not have did everything I'm supposed to do. Right. But I can try again this day, the next day. I like it. And these are the things that I realized that I learned just over the years of just being around people and experiences in life that, man, things gonna be fucked up.
I like what you said, because you break it down to total goal and increments.
There's always good practice. Good practice is a big thing, and like, I just love doing just whatever with my art shit. Like, I try to make blends and mixes every day that
art rocks.
I wouldn't even think of. Oh, my bad. Hey, all right.
Art fucking rocks.
All right. Art fucking rocks. But yeah, like just every day, like, I try to push myself to do something different. Like, I'll do a mix with the Bee Gees.
From the smallest to the biggest.
Do some like Bee Gees with Biggie or something, like something different.
What's the hottest Biggie song that you blended with the Bee Gees?
I actually did something with KRS-One and Biggie. I'm gonna drop the show. It's see, I can't even.
Well, one that they already heard. That she was like, damn, that shit came out spicy.
It was Party and Bullshit. Mm-hmm. Oh wait, no. That was. What did I just did this last night, matter of fact. Was it Juicy? No, I think it was Juicy. No, it wasn't Juicy. I forgot. I did like 4 or 5 flips. I did 4 or 5 flips. A couple with Ray J and Biggie, and over some house beats, because I've been doing a lot of house lately. I like using house flips because you can play that anywhere and people will enjoy it.
I talk to the police phone. I talk at the police phone.
Police phone?
That phone, yeah.
Oh, okay. Hypnotized. Nah, I forgot what that do. I did a lot of 3-6 flips yesterday too. Hypnotized Minds Camp Posse, HCP, and it's still on hold. Yeah, I did a lot of 3-6 flips. I did Project Pat, Most Unknowns. I did some little white flips. A couple things I'm gonna try to release this year. Cause I didn't drop anything all 2018. I made like 2 or 3 mixes and I don't know, I was really feeling them, but I got a lot I'm about to drop this year. And I'm gonna keep consistently doing them. But I need to push myself more so on doing things behind and record live too. Yeah, I spent a lot of time beside what was that? Power Plant. That took a lot of time away.
Oh yeah, that was a spot to get drunk and party.
I was DJing at Max. I wish people were there. Well, some people might have seen it. I had 150 people in there, and we got fired because they tried to control my music. They kept cutting me off. I was playing too much hip hop and R&B. They said it was too urban.
Sounds like the spot.
So I got on my mic and said, "Fuck corporate." I need everybody yell, "Fuck corporate" on 3. Hey, it was that. It was that. It was dope. But yeah, they walked up and said, "Yeah, tonight's
You gotta stand on your square sometimes. That's what
I felt like Eminem. Like it felt like, what was that on 8 Mile? Fuck 313, right? Right?
I ain't never seen him.
You never see 8 Mile? Yeah. Everybody from 313. It wasn't 313. It was fuck. Fuck the free world. That's what it was. That's how I felt. So I said, fuck corporate. Everybody yelled, fuck corporate. So it was like 150 people in there, regardless, and I got fired that night. That was February of this year. I was there for 6 months. That was a big ass iPod. I mean, I mixed, I blended, but I couldn't really use my equipment. But it's that thing, like, you get put in a box and you keep getting attacked. Of course, you're gonna react, and like that's
that
what
cage.
kept happening.
Keep banging on the fucking cage.
They wanted me to play alternative rock, and people left. People left out. They wanted me to keep people in, but play the music they wanted me to play. So I can only play 20% hip hop, 10% R&B, 40% alternative, and then it was country shit too that just didn't work. So if you have a bachelorette party that wants to dance and hang out with their friends, of course they want to hear that.
Yeah, they want to go back in the time, remember moments, feel good.
We kept it moving. So we did our job, but at the end of the day, they didn't want to hear a lot of hip hop and R&B. We did what we wanted. It was fun. We made it work, but yeah, I'll never forget that. Which is on camera.
I got some questions for you. And then we're gonna recap. So my question, I'll say 4 things. Yeah, I'll say 4 names and you respond with your thoughts, description, or opinion. You ready?
Yep. Let's get it.
Reggie Rage.
Reggie Miller.
What?
Who?
Reggie
Basketball player.
Rage. You don't say Reggie Rage like that for the basketball player.
Reggie Miller.
Reggie Rage.
Reggie Miller.
DJ Reggie Rage.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, DJ Reggie Rage is Baltimore.
I know he just got out. I know. Okay, you said first names. You talking about first songs? You talking about?
No, like whatever come to mind when I say DJ Reggie Rage.
Icon for the city. Yeah.
But you said basketball.
You said Reggie. I said Reggie Miller. I don't know.
It's fine.
I
We
went
probably all
straight
that
to.
same shit.
Went straight to the 3
You
points.
get in on it. I asked him. I was like, I'm
She
gonna
said
say
Reggie Rage. I said Reggie Miller. I'm wrong.
You said Reggie Miller, basketball player?
Reggie
Yeah.
Good.
3 point. I don't know. Splash. He killed it. You don't see my. This is a different way of thinking. My bad.
So I said I'm gonna say 4 names and you respond with whatever your thought is, description or opinion. I said Reggie Reg. What did Reggie Reg mean?
Oh, I didn't hear all that. All I heard was just the first name. I just said Reggie Miller.
Reggie Reg.
3 different names.
Actually, a really his daughter went to Norfolk. I'm really close. We're not close, but we had a bond. And so that really has nothing to do with what he means. But I think it's the experience. So I think Reggie Reg, I just feel like he just brought something here. He just brought something to the nightlife, and it's not even the culture of music and what he did. I just think he was just amazing. He was amazing what he does, and when he touched, whatever he touched, it was that it was Reggie Reg. And so I don't know. It's just I just think he was an awesome individual, definitely musically. Didn't know him personally, obviously, but I just think that he was great in what he touched and what he did, and still his legacy still lives on. And whatever he does, and I commend what he done for the culture over the years. Shout out to his daughter. Now I forget his name. I forget her name because it's been years since I've been in high school. But shout out to the family and everybody. So yeah.
Another one, Frank Ski.
Frank.
I'm doing all Baltimore shit.
Right.
Right now.
But listen, you gotta also understand, like a lot of these.
They better go do their homework.
That we gotta do our homework because I've known and heard so many different type of different people who done stuff in the culture. So it's just I'm just bad with names, but I'm pretty sure I know who he is, obviously, because the music and everything. But I'm just gonna piggyback what I said about Reggie Reg. Just pioneers, man. The pioneers of setting the tone.
Welcome home, Reggie Reg. Good shit.
Yeah, man.
I already brought him out. Frank Ski, yeah, definitely another legend.
Yeah.
You got a lot of legends right now. Yeah.
A lot of dope legends.
Was y'all heartbroken when he went to Atlanta?
Well, sometimes Baltimore was like a stepping stone.
Baltimore's about to be new Atlanta, so Frank Ski like
New Atlanta.
New Atlanta.
Bam.
yeah.
K Swift.
She paved the way.
She definitely paved the way.
Yeah.